What's up, beautiful people, and welcome back to the channel. Before we get into this, please make sure you subscribe. If you're new here, my name is Izzy and I'm a journalist, and I make videos here on YouTube where I visit different animal shelters. I speak to them about the work they do, but also raising awareness on different topics and issues, and speaking about the challenges that they face day to day. I also speak to different charities and organisations about how they help animals change people's lives. This can be from hearing dogs to guide dogs to animal assisted therapy. So without further ado, I hope you enjoy this, and let's find out where we are off to today. Today I'm off to Liverpool to visit County Cat. As you probably have guessed, this is a purely cat rescue. I think this is the first shelter I've covered where it's one specific animal and it focuses on that one animal. So yeah, this one focuses on cats. So if you're a cat person, you're going to love this one. But I wanted to speak to them today as they have got some absolutely just horrific stories about how some of these cats ended up at their shelter. Just some of their backgrounds and how they were treated and how they found them, and just their life before. So I'm really looking forward to speaking to them more about that, because that's why these videos are important, because it's about raising awareness. It's an all-indoor shelter and it's located above a charity shop. So it has its own charity shop. It's a non-profit organisation and their cats are house cats, hence why it's an indoor shelter. So yeah, I look forward to speaking to the team and finding out a bit more. So let's head to Liverpool and speak to County Cat. I've arrived at County Cat Rescue and they've basically got every single cat you can think of here, but I'm really excited to find out a little bit more about the work they do and how it all started, but also any topics and issues that they feel need more awareness. So yeah, I'm excited to find out a little bit more. Tell me all about how County Cats started and all began.
Well, it was long before I started volunteering it. You know, I've been here just over 2.5 years. There was a cat rescue here at first, before Maria took over. They ran up a lot of debt, and Maria sort of inherited the debt and she took over the rescue. I think that must be about 5-6 years ago. But it wasn't Maria that started it. It was other people that I never ever met. They were long gone before I came here, you know. But it's been a cat rescue. It must be 7-8 years. Most people don't know there's cats in the building. They know there's a charity shop downstairs, but they're unaware that there's over 100 cats upstairs.
And what is sort of the main thing that you stand for at County Cats?
I think it's well, obviously it's protection of cats, and it's to try and, I think, educate people, because all these cats that come in here have a story behind them. They've lived rough on the streets, they've suffered injuries at the hands of people. We had one cat that was put in a plastic bag and stuffed in a bin in a park and just left, and then somebody heard a whimper and realised someone's actually put it in the rubbish. That was actually, it's been adopted since. It came in here 5 weeks old and it was here for about 18 months, and that was adopted about 4 weeks ago. We've had a cat that was thrown over a 15-foot wall, lost an eye, had hardly any fur on, so that came in and we looked after that. It was on steroids for about 8 months because the fur was just all patches, you know, and eventually she was adopted as well. We've had a cat that was set on fire. A motorist driving down the road saw this cat with flames coming from its back, and stopped the car and, you know, put the flames out. All its neck was badly burned. But one of the helpers in the shop downstairs, she eventually adopted it. So there's lots of happy endings to some really nasty stories, you know, when they come in here.
And what more do you think could be done to prevent things like that happening to cats or animals in general?
I think people should get the cats neutered. You know, that they're not there to be allowed out in the streets without being neutered, because it can guarantee they're going to have kittens, and those kittens won't be wanted by the vast majority of the owners, and that's how they end up here. You know, people find them living rough, and they eventually bring them to one of the rescues. But the problem with the rescues is after lockdown, lots of people have bought cats because they wanted something to do, you know, started offloading them. So all the rescues are full. We're fortunate in that we're quite big. There's a cat protection office down the other end of this road, and I think they can probably take up to about 20 cats, that's all. Whereas we've got 2 floors with over 100. I mean, this building is an ex-bank, and so we're lucky to have the space. But yeah, I mean, as far as people are concerned, I think the main sort of point to put across is to get cats neutered, and we wouldn't end up with rescues full of cats, you know, that are unwanted.
And what are your sort of hopes for the future for County Cat?
I think to get out of debt, because apart from the debt Maria's inherited, it really is a struggle just to survive, because trying to feed 120 cats, it's a lot of food every day. Yeah. The vet bills are
I was going to ask about vet bills. Yeah.
But just daily running costs are astronomical, on top of the rent for the building and, you know, the electricity and whatever. But yeah, the running costs are horrendous. It's just if we could keep on top of it. But the problem is, while we're bringing cats in off the street, the vet bills are going to continue growing. You know, it's vet bills are just crazy.
Yeah, so who have we got here?
Right, this is Barkley, and Barkley came in last year. He's the friendliest thing, and he was found, he'd been a street cat living in West Derby, district of Liverpool, and he was brought in, he'd been shot with an air rifle. He came in with wounds to his neck, and ever since he came in, he wasn't well when he came in, and we've been trying to get to the bottom of what's wrong, and the vets still haven't found out what it is. He eats well. He probably eats more than most of the other cats every day, but he's still losing weight. He's probably less than half the weight he was when he first arrived, and he's back and forward to the vets. So, and we can't let him out the cage because he's unneutered, and unless he builds up his strength, we can't get him neutered to let him out of the cage. So it's a bit of a vicious circle, you know. And the poor thing, he's got a temperature. So he has a fan on him all the time to keep him cool, and we're just hoping the vets find out what it is. He's back this week for more blood tests, and he's got an antibiotic. He has an antibiotic injection last week, which will last for a month. But he's a lovely thing. Just hope they find out what's wrong with him, so he can come out.